Geno Perez Adventures. I'm still Geno, and that's still Bill. Morning, Bill. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you after your surgery?
I'm well, actually. I won't give any further comment on that, but I'm doing okay.
I was hoping you would comment further.
Yeah, no.
Well,
That'll get me banned from YouTube, I think. But
do you have any
living
idea
in
when
Colombia.
do you have any idea when you're going to be back in paradise?
I do. I bought tickets yesterday for the 29th.
Great.
And incredibly enough, they've gone. When we came, the tickets were $1,100 from Bucaramanga to Seattle, and Seattle to Bucaramanga, they're only $400.
You're kidding.
No, got 2 tickets, $411.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Good
So
stuff.
you know what I'd like to do on this one, Bill? I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about how you got here, and tell us a little bit about where you're living. Like, how long ago did you come from Canada?
Well, I've been here 12 years now, and I had done a little bit of traveling, actually more towards Europe and others. But I was in some Central American countries that would be possibilities. Some on vacation that weren't, obviously Cuba would not be a possibility. Dominican, I don't think would be one of my choices. But I kind of narrowed it down to 4 places. And the 4 were Costa Rica, Belize, Panama, and Colombia. And cool. I was speaking to some of my friends one night, and it was after I retired. And one of them asked me where I was going to retire to. And I said, well, it looks like Colombia. And of course, he came out with, "You're nuts. You're going to be dead in 90 days, and it's really dangerous there." And I think my whole life, I've probably been the type of guy that if you tell me I can't do something, I buckle my shoes up a little tighter and I try to do it. So
and he probably had no clue anyway.
Well, he doesn't. I mean, it's to me, it's just like the people that write highly negative things about Colombia from Los Angeles, Chicago, New York City, and other places, and they've never been here. But they hear from a friend of a friend of a friend. And if you want to know Colombia, I mean, you've got to come here for months. I don't know that it's 3 months or 6 months, but you can't come down here for 2 or 3 days or a week and think that you know a lot about the country.
No. Well, and there's so much country. I mean, and I get pretty provincial when I land someplace. I don't go too far from where I landed, and that's a problem. So when I go back, Maria and I have a plan. We're gonna start widening our circle so I can get because I did a poll and people are wanting to see more real estate and more Colombian living, and we can do that. I mean, we can do day trips and get and she's got 9 brothers and sisters, so we can go visit them all. That's our plan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. and great free information from 9 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
just I'm just a big supporter of Colombia, and I think you hit the nail on the head totally on your videos. It's on similar income, it's a much better life here. You take $1,000 in the States, it's nowhere.
You're going to starve to death.
Yeah, sure. And $1,000 here, US, gives you a pretty nice life.
Oh yeah, I talked to a friend of mine in Reno, Nevada yesterday, and he's got a seniors living development in Pahrump, Nevada, 18 miles south of Las Vegas. And he said those poor people are just the mortgage rate average mortgage rate is $1,900 a month, and those people are just they're having a really difficult time. Really difficult.
They're suffering. That's the long and the short of it.
And no need. I mean, I know it takes a certain degree of cojones to move to Colombia, but it sure beats the alternative, I think. I mean, I've been here for 2 months now, Bill, and it's just incredibly expensive
Yeah.
in Washington.
Well,
So,
you know, that friend of yours, granted the numbers are different, but is their life any different in the United States than poor people in Colombia? It really is no different.
well, I think the poor people in Colombia have a higher quality of life and less stress. I mean, you show me a poor person in Colombia that doesn't have a smile on their face.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
And they're not lacking for food. I mean, their living quarters may not be that shiny, but I mean, I'd rather be poor in Colombia than poor in America. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you're right about the food. And that's the one thing that I've said to a lot of people here. I think your diet is better here. You know, because
And
things
it's
are
all,
fresh.
but people don't realize you don't have to go to Whole Foods. It's all organic to start with.
Exactly.
Because they
And
don't
the
have
other thing
they
is
don't have the
that,
money for the petrochemical inputs to start with.
well, and like I'm buying eggs here that are 1 or 2 days old. You know, go to a big box, and I mean the yolks are a brilliant golden color. Most of the stuff you buy in the big box stores is probably 2 or 3 weeks old, and the color's already faded to a barely discernible yellow. You know?
Yeah, and the taste is gone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fresh fruits and vegetables, 365 days of the year.
And the eggs are just wonderful.
Yep. I think it's a better diet.
Tell us a little about where you're living.
I live in and I'll give you the numbers. I live in a 3-bedroom, 2-story townhouse. It's 39 of them in a gated community, beautiful big pool with a nice social area that maybe seats 40 people, television, barbecue. You know, if you have a bit of a party there's a bar space where you can set up the bar. My place is, it's 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It has another area for an employee, a bedroom and her bathroom. So it would be 4 and 4 if you had an employee. Large kitchen, large laundry area. You come in the front door and there's a room that we call reception. Some people here use it as a bedroom, others as TV. And then continuing past the door is the stairs to the 2nd story, and a large sala commodore, living room, dining room together, 6 by 3 meters. So
do you have an American kitchen, or is it a Colombian
no,
kitchen?
it's American style kitchen. In fact, it's so large that if you wanted to, you could put an island in, you know?
Yeah, that's really incredible. Some people ask me, what's the difference? I said, well, Colombian kitchens countertops are about 48 inches. And American are like at 56. So, you know, I never could figure out why my back hurt so much when I tried to do something in the sink until I figured out how short they were. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I would say my countertop is probably, I mean, it has a sink in it and it has the cooktop, but it's probably at least 3 meters total. It's an L-shaped kitchen, a really nice size. Now you go upstairs and there's a little 2-piece downstairs bathroom. Going upstairs, there's the principal bedroom with a balcony and a separate bathroom, the social bathroom, 2 other bedrooms, and then I have the area over the living room, dining room that we have set up as TV and an office.
Cool. So what's all this costing you?
Well, right now I pay $14.70 COP. So on American, maybe $310, $320.
Not bad.
A month.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had an increase since I moved in 2.5 years ago. The only thing I did increase was I started at $1,450, $1,450,000. And the first year I was here, they bumped the administration 20. 20,000 pesos, which is $5
Yeah.
US. So I
Break
just
your
took
heart.
that. Well, I just took that on trying to head off a rent increase. And then this year they did a one-time assessment. They didn't raise the administration. They did a one-time assessment of 160,000 pesos, $40 US, and I voluntarily paid that.
Cool.
I think he
What's your
appreciates.
internet like?
I have, well, they say 200 meg, but you have to be at the router to get even 160. My internet with television and Alba's phone, Alba's cellular, she was paying 50,000 a month for her cellular, but we combined it this time, and for that I pay 132 a month, which would be $40, $38, $40. Yeah. My gas and water runs about 90,000, which is maybe what, 23, 24.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say water gas, I should say water electrical. And then my gas for hot water and hot water and I guess for hot water and for cooking is $8 or $9 a month.
So what are you all in for US?
I would be in for, I guess my services might total $320, $330. So that's $75 and another, say, $325 for this. I'm in for $400. My food runs just about the same as you. My food is running me right now about $225 a month, but included in that, Geno, is pretty much anything I can get at the grocery store.
Yeah, so no, I get it. And so there you're all in for $650, and you're living large, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. Yeah. We live very,
how wonderful. Well. I mean, my God, there are people on the streets here in Seattle that are probably making $1,500, $2,000 a month living in a tent on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
My God, my challenge, Bill? I don't know how to get to these people.
Exactly.
Coming slowly, organically, but I don't know how to. I don't know how to get it out there.
Yeah.
But
anyway. I can believe that, and I know you'd have a problem because these people wouldn't have any access to someone like you. I mean, they don't have laptops, and maybe they have a cellular, but they're not really going to pay too much attention to the internet. And that's where the information is. And the other thing is they have to have an interest as well. And I think this might be part of the problem. I could be wrong. I think they have to have an interest in helping themselves to start with.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But anyway, Bill, we're kind of running a little long here. So I figure we're going to have a lot more of these.
Yep. I like your idea of a podcast. The Zoom
thing.
Well, whatever.
Or just a podcast. That podcast is great, man. I'd do one. We'd do one every day. I don't care.
Well, the other thing is I think it would be nice to get multiple people on because someone could say something and think that it was over, but you might get a qualification from one of the other participants.
No, I think the Australian guy and that other gentleman you mentioned, and I mean anybody we can get on here, and it'll be Bill and Gene's happy duo, man. We'll get these people pumped up. And the thing about it is that what I started doing at first, I started sending emails to my mailing list, and so that grew my channel pretty good. And I mean, if you do that, and the Australian guy does that, and next thing you know, we've got it going here, and we've got some more people. So anyway,
I don't think there can be enough information out there for anybody who's half interested.
Okay, I think I'm going to sign off, but don't hang up. I'm just going to stop the recording. Okay. So there you go, guys. There's another gentleman living in Armenia, loving it, living large. He's got a beautiful wife. He's been in Colombia 12 years, and life is good. So remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Geno signing off. We'll see you on the flip side.